book lovers, I'm Emma and this is my Raven King book talk. Recently, as I'm sure many of you know if you're watching this video, The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater came out. It's the 4th book in the Raven Cycle series. If you haven't read it, first of all, why are you watching this video? Second, stop what you're doing, go read it. If you haven't read the rest of the series, go read it. It's amazing. It's about magic and psychics and dead Welsh kings, and none of that makes any sense, and it sounds really weird and stupid, but you have to read it. It's so good. Now for the spoiler section, where I'm really going to go and talk in detail about the book. So if you haven't read it, goodbye. If you have, let's go. Okay, so, I think this book was a very good ending to the series. It was wow, you know. This book had me just going insane. I took like 15 pages of notes on this while I looked. 15 pages of notes. Like, this is dedication right here. I got a little excited. Pinch kiss. It tells you how this book made me feel. I think the first thing that I need to address is the Pinch kiss, because Pinch is canon! Oh, made me so happy. We got 2 kisses. 2 kisses! We are blessed! Okay. I loved it because, you know, the whole book, Ronan is just like dying because Adam Parrish is right there. And he's just so in love. I love Ronan because I relate so much to him, you know. I, too, am catastrophically in love with Adam Parrish, you know. The first kiss, I think was a little underwhelming. It was Ronan initiated it, which is like really weird for me. I don't know, I just pictured Adam doing it first because I just figured Ronan would always be like, oh no, he doesn't like me back. Ah. And so, you know, Adam having to just finally take the lead because, you know, Adam knows about Ronan's feelings. So I was really confused when it was all switched up, and I was imagining it as St. Agnes, and it was instead of the Barns, but, you know, I was still very happy. I was like, yes, get it! It's like, yeah, you know? And then when Adam came back out to the front porch of the Barns, and Ronan just kind of sitting there like, please say something, and Adam just goes and kisses him, I'm pretty sure my heart exploded. I was so happy. I was so happy. Like, oh, my small son, my small sunshine, Adam Parrish, is finally going to be happy. He's going to have like a nice boyfriend who loves him and is actually Snow White. That's another story. And like, Maggie confusing though. She said she wrote 2 kisses into the manuscript. There were a bunch of kisses. When we were reading in the beginning how, like, you know, all this black stuff was coming up and, oh, he was just trying to get the suit, you know, for Gansey, like the suit of protection, the suit of armor, to say. And then he said he was, like, very surprised with what he pulled out. I was like, it's the girl, isn't it? And sure enough, you know, a couple chapters later, we find out that he pulled out Orphan Girl, and I'm just like, oh. So they kind of adopted, like, this little girl with hooves, and like they all want to take care of her. Adam, who has nothing, gives her the little watch on his. My small sunshine, Adam Parrish, is so pure. He gives her his chewed up watch, and she just so happily takes it. You know, she's completely trusting of him, where she isn't trusting of like anyone or anything else except Ronan. She's completely okay with Adam, and I love that, you know, considering he's kind of like the stepdad. That's another question. Are Adam and Ronan gonna go raise Opal together now? Like, I'm assuming Ronan's keeping her, because based on that epilogue, they're chilling, but, you know, is Adam gonna help with that? Is Adam gonna be happy at college? Where is Adam going to college? Okay, everyone was always just like, headcanon that Gansey and Adam are gonna be roomies at Harvard, but Gansey's taking a gap year, so what's Adam doing? Did he get in? Did he fulfill his Ivy League dreams? Like, it just stopped right after graduation, and I need to know where he's going in his life. small sunshine. I think this, but back to Opal, I think it was a really cool storyline what they did, and how she was always just kind of like there, and Ronan was so protective over her, you know, it kind of brought me back to like the blue section from Blue Lily, Lily Blue, when Gansey fell in the hole, and they all started sliding, and how Ronan just instinctively threw himself around Blue to keep her safe, and I was like, he has that protective instinct to protect his friends over himself, and it's, man, you know, it was like great character development thrown in from book 1 to book 4. You know, first meet him, he's arrogant and mean and scary and punk, and then you get to book 4 and he's literally Snow White. He's feeding the animals, he has a bird that talks to him pretty much, you know, has a special name for him. He kind of adopted a small child. He told Declan that he basically, all he wants to do with his life is just run the farm. Like, he's actually Snow White. You can fight me on this. I think for sure the most emotional part of the book was Noah. When you find out Noah's confession, the end, when they're like, you know, depending on where you get in the story, it's about Noah. It begins with Noah. And I was kind of confused, and he was saying how he was living, he said how he'd lived it so many times. He'd lived the same thing so many times. And he knew Gansey was going to die, and he didn't know when he was talking with Gansey if this Gansey knew or not. I realized so much more about Noah than I thought. You know, I thought he was just this cool skateboard kid who just missed life, so he hung around. But he was so important. He's the one that whispered into Gansey's ear about Glendor. Like, it's probably not how you say his name. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And, like, I read that and, I got chills, because, like, he is the one who sent him on this wild goose chase for a dead Welsh king that's actually dead. I remember thinking, like, who would tell him Glendor if he's dead? But it was Noah, but in the end, he brought the gang together. My question, did Noah know at the time? How did he do that, you know? It kind of reminded me of the time turner thing from Harry Potter, when Harry got saved by the Patronus in the 3rd book, and he's just like, look guys, I'm okay, don't worry about me, look at this, I'm gonna live, this is my dad, and everyone's like, no it's not, Harry, but you know, kept believing it, and then he's going and he's watching himself like almost die, and he's like, it's okay, my dad is gonna save me, and you know, obviously the dad didn't, and so Harry went and casted the spell and saved himself from the Dementors, and it was just kind of like, he didn't know at the time that it was him, but like it happened anyway, even though it hadn't happened yet. It still messes with me now. It's kind of like, it's kind of crazy to think about, and that's what it reminded me of. Kind of like, though it may not be happening at that exact same time, it's already happened somewhere in the sphere of time. It was just kind of like, the whole book was trying to mess with me and be like, time is not linear, it's circular, everything is between already happened and hasn't happened yet. And that whole Noah plotline just kind of really brought that together nicely. I was really impressed with the way Maggie did it. And then when Noah faded, I think that was a really emotional moment. Hold up. Pulling up the quote. I have the ebook. So, bookmarks it. I have color-coded bookmarks. So, the yellow is for just important quotes. The bookmarks are for important events. Blue is for bluesy. Orange is for repetition. Orange is for repetition. And pink is for pinch. The whole thing was, the problem with being dead was that your story stopped being lines and started being circles. They started to begin and end in the same moment, the moment of dying. And like, first of all, I was like, whoa, what are we getting ourselves into? Then he was saying how, you know, a lot of times he would relive his own death, but he would also relive Gansey's death. And I was just like, Noah, you okay, man? Why are you so obsessed with murder and death and dying? Like, then at the last part of that chapter, the end of chapter 65, was, I'm going to read this from the book. Noah crouched over Gansey's body. He said for the last time, You will live because of Glendower. Someone else on the ley line is dying when they should not, and so you will live when you should not. Gansey died. Goodbye, Noah said. Don't throw it away. He quietly slid from time. Noah finally faded. Gansey, we got to the part where Gansey died in the books, and so Noah's job was done. His job was to send Gansey on this wild goose chase and bring in these people together. And I still don't know why they had to go on this wild goose chase, other than just to bring these people together. But what did the universe want with them? The demon thing was with Piper was really weird, man. Oh my god. You know, at the end of Blue Lily, Lily Blue, it's Piper touching the body and saying, wake up. And I always assumed that it was just Glendower, that she woke up and this is it, this is over. Part of me was like, what if it's that third sleeper that Mara and Calla and Orla and all the other people at Foxway said, don't wake up. You know, they had to protect. Their job was to make sure they did not wake up the sleeper. And then Piper did it. So she had this demon following her around, but it was an unmaker, to use Maggie's words. It was kind of crazy how quickly Piper turned evil. I mean, maybe she was always evil and we just didn't see it, but how quickly she was willing to go and kill Colin and destroy everything if it meant getting money and power. And how Neve of all people was like, this is a bad idea. She felt something was wrong, and so Piper went and killed her too. Just how manipulative. How Piper got so, I don't even know how to say it. I was just shocked at how quickly she turned bad. You know, I was like, kind of like just a cooler version of the housewife, you know. She likes Pilates. She doesn't like doing chores. Or not chores, but like housework. You know, she kind of likes weird supernatural stuff. And then all of a sudden she's out murdering her ex-husband with wasps. It baffled me, that plot line. The demon itself was insane. It unmade everything, you know, unmaking the forest, unmaking this, unmaking that. Saying how, like, the trees tried to resist him, and the trees were like, no! But he was stronger than all of them. He went for Ronan. For Ronan, the dreamer of Caves Water himself. The demon's job was to unmake Caves Water, so why not start the one who created it? And Ronan was sitting there, and Adam was in the car, and he was blindfolded and had his hands tied together, and he couldn't tell what was going on, and he was just in so much pain for Ronan, because he heard how much pain Ronan was in. He just wanted to help, but he couldn't, because the demon had possessed him. The demon could possess people. It made Piper possess one of her uncles. Yeah, uncles. It possessed Adam and made him attack everyone. It was the amount of power that this thing had was incredible. And so, man, not even Caves Water, the magic of the ley line could fight him off. And then we had, you know, the scene where Ronan is like dying and no one really knows what's going on. And everyone's just kind of like, it's time. Gotta kill Gansey. And Adam's just sitting there like, I need to help, but I can't. It's the problem. And they kind of all know in their heads that it's the demon, but they kind of don't. He had to clan calling the phone repeatedly, and everyone's just like, oh no, something's going on with Matthew. And I know it's because if you kill the dreamer, the dream thing dies with it. And if Ronan was being unmade, then so would Matthew. And like, we never found out if he's okay. We never found out if Matthew Lynch is okay. Like, the calls stopped, or so I think they stopped, but they never told us whether he made it, whether he didn't. You know, Ronan already lost so much. He doesn't deserve to lose anyone else. He lost both of his parents. And on Tumblr, Maggie was like, there's going to be a scene with Adam Parrish, and if you were not puking in misery, then I have failed as an author. I remember that. I don't know if those were the exact words, but it's something very similar to it. And I was so worried because my small sunshine, Adam Parrish, deserves better. He's deserved better this entire book. This entire series. And just watching when the demon possessed him, he's like, please, someone stop me. But no one wants to hurt him. No one wants to hurt Adam Parrish because he's been hurt so much before. No one else wanted to add to the pain. And when Ronan was just like, it was a choice, either hurt Adam or die, and it was no choice at all. My heart broke. You know, no when he was like, please guys, someone help me, but no one would step up. Everyone just tried to distract him and go the other way, when he ripped loose stitches, when he almost choked Ronan, when he hurt everyone around him, and he's screaming, please stop. I was so sick. I was sitting there crying hysterically. I felt so nauseous. I wanted him to be happy. I wanted him to be okay. I wanted it to be over. Just let the scene pass. They were all willing to die if it meant keeping Adam alive. The demon was good. He possessed, I don't know for a fact, obviously, because it's not explicitly stated, but my understanding is that the demon possessed Adam because he knew no one would fight back. Could have been because he is the magician, but he possessed Piper's uncle, or somehow got Piper to possess Piper's uncle, and he is just a human, so he could have possessed anyone in that group. They know no one would hurt Adam Parrish, because Adam Parrish has been hurt so much before. The book was really just a lot to take in at once. We had Henry there to try and make things better, but, Henry can only do so much. After Gansey died, everyone is just sitting there not handling it well, and he's just like, you are Gansey's magicians, you're his court, he's the king, you are his followers, you can save this. How do they put all the other people to sleep? You have the power to do something, you all are magical, you all can do something, why aren't you doing anything? Let me find the quote. It was right after the kiss. Chapter 66. And Ronan seeing Gansey dead, and he's trying to wake Gansey up. She's like, please wake up, and he was crying. God, Ronan cried so much. And everyone is just sitting there, like dead inside. How the time was stuck. Like it was when Piper was going to kill Colin. It was 6:21. It was 6:21. It was 6:21. And Henry was sitting there trying to make jokes. An orphan girl was trying to comfort them, but she didn't know what to do. And Adam was already hollowed out from all the previous events that happened. He couldn't muster up any more tears. He was just broken. And Blue knew from the start that it was going to happen, from the start of this year, but she let it happen anyway, to live life so she could be happy. They didn't know what to do, they all just kind of were in shock because they all knew it was going to happen, but they didn't believe. They're Gansey's magicians, and Henry believed in them. Henry had no idea Gansey was gonna die. He had no idea he was driving Gansey to his death. But he did it because they're friends. He was not willing to accept that the friend he had just made was going to die. So he says, I just don't understand. What is the point of magic, if not for this? For what? Henry stretched a hand over Gansey's body. For him to be dead, you said you were Gansey's magicians. Do something. I'm not a magician. You just killed him with your mouth. This was at Blue. Henry pointed at Ronan. That one just dreamed that pile of shit beside the car. That one saved his own life at the school when things fell from the roof. So they're trying to explain that it's different. It's one thing to break physics, it's another thing to bring someone back from the dead, So they kind of realize, okay, they can sacrifice something to save Gansey. And everyone's arguing, and Ronan just snaps. And then Adam goes, what about Katie's water? Ronan's like, what about it? It's not powerful enough to do anything anymore. I know, but if you asked, I might die for him. And they got an entire forest to collapse on itself to save Gansey. They are Gansey's magicians, and they will do anything at the end of the day to keep him alive. Because they think, you know, Gansey's the one that brought them together. And I mean, again, it was really Noah, but this whole time you think it's Gansey because he's the one who became friends with Ronan. He's the one who found Adam on the side of the road and was like, please teach me your ways. I want to learn. He's the one that tried to be Adam's wingman and got Blue into the group. Introduced himself. No, he didn't get Blue in the group. Let's be real. It was Adam. When he started dating Blue. When Adam started dating Blue. Let's correct that. He was the one who found Henry and brought Henry into the group. I don't know how Noah got there, but he was there. Because Noah was the one orchestrating this whole thing the whole time. RoboBee, Henry, this crazy invention where it listened to his thoughts and it did whatever it needed. And that was so cool, and how I thought he was going to kill Gansey at the time. And then I thought he was the dreamer. Then I found out we got it from Declan, and it's okay. Found out his mom was one of the traitors. Whew! There's just so many things about Henry Cheng that, like, I just did not see coming. I knew Maggie said that we were going to learn more about him, but I didn't think he'd be so important, you know? You know, like, doing this. Oh my god, it was so good. There was just a lot of emotional parts, and I keep talking about this. I feel like the Ronan and Blue bromance, you know, like, when she got the stitches on her eye, and he's like, yo, that's awesome, and she's just like, alright, and they fist bump, and that's so cute. Or when Blue is like, I got suspended, and she's like, Sergeant, oh yeah, that's my girl, and like, the bromance was just forming, you know? It was so cute. I caught up with him most of the time, and he was like, I was trying to dream up some eye cream for you, but I couldn't, so sorry. And she's like, sorry, man. She's like, thanks, bruh. You know, that was so cute. I loved the establishment of the Blue and Ronan relationship. You know, I see these headcanons where, like, Blue and Ronan go somewhere and just kick a bunch of ass, and like, yeah, this is actually happening now. It's canon that they're a bro TP. I love this, but it had so much of Ronan cursing. I love that. That was so realistic to, like, real life. And they had Blue cursing this time. I was like, yes! Yes! Ugh! So happy. I was like, this is the most realistic thing of teenagers I've ever seen, because, let's be real, teenagers are gonna curse, especially seniors in high school. When Adam went to go tell Gansey about the kiss, and he was like, Ronan kissed me, and Gansey was like, whoa! You're telling me about this? I had a hidden relationship for months. And you're just straight up like, yeah, Ronan kissed me like an hour ago. It was chill. I kissed him back. And he's like going to Gansey for love advice. And I'm like, this boy? You're going to Gansey for love advice? The boy probably thought he was kissing Blue when she gave him the same spoon from the yogurt. But it was all like, he thought about how her saliva was the last thing to touch the spoon. I thought he was kissing her. Oh, Gansey's such a dad. Okay, I've said this forever. I was like, Gansey is the dad friend. You know, he's the one who makes the bad jokes and thinks they're funny. He just wants to protect all of his little children. And then Ronan kept calling him dad. And I was just like... it made me so happy. I was like, it's canon now. That's like... People are calling Gansey dad. Let's get the whole group in on this one. The whole Gansey calling Gansey dad, you know, with his ratted textbooks and his glasses and his mint leaves. Oh man, people, we don't need to talk about Gansey more. This boy wears boat shoes everywhere. And Gansey is a gift that we did not deserve, but we got anyway. I was a little disappointed with the lack of Mora and Kala and Orla and Jimmy and the rest of the 300 Foxway gang, because, you know, I love them. It's so cute to hear about them and their quirky ways, but there were some other important things going on. You know, they were having a rough time. I mean, they had Artemis living in a, like, pantry, so. And I mean, you know, again, there were other things going on. Blue was getting suspended, and Adam and Ronan were finally getting together, and Gansey was dying. Gray Man was kidnapping people for Gansey's benefit, so... it's understandable. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like the Raven King as much as I did, please give me a thumbs up. You know, I don't want to be that person. Screw it, I'm that person. Give me a thumbs up. If you're seeing this on Tumblr, please revlog this and tag Maggie. It would mean the world to me if she saw this. Bye! Thanks for watching! Is that it? Close enough.